My Papa is George Gillette, and he was chairman of the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation in the late 1940s. Mama is Evelyn Wilkinson-Gillette. I am the youngest of 9 children. I was born in Elbowoods and raised in Mandaree when the federal government flooded 1/4 of our reservation. My dad used to tell me, "You're the only good thing that happened to me in 1948. After my dad left the BIA, our family moved to Newtown, where many still live today. My name is Grace Gillette. My Indian name is SwaHuux, and I am the youngest daughter of SwaHuux and nDigiStory of the SwaHuux people. I was named after my paternal grandmother, SwaHuux, which translates into squash. Squash is very important to the Arikara people because it kept us alive through the winter months. Because of that, my grandmother Maud Edison helped a lot of people in the camps and villages. When I was getting my Indian name, Cecilia Brown, who knew my grandma, said to me, "I saw and heard that you are just like your grandma, and wherever you live, people come to you for help, including your brother and sisters. I think you should be called SwaHuux too." In 1964, I left Mandaree to go to high school in Berea, Kentucky. Back then, they liked to send kids off the reservation. 2 years later, I graduated, went to Haskell, and took business classes. I was very active in basketball, cheerleading, Future Secretaries of America, and other clubs. I didn't plan to get pregnant, but I did. And it made me really scared, especially when the dorm matron found out and sent me to the women's guidance counselor, who told me, "No one needs to know. We'll send you to a home for unwed mothers in Topeka." Luckily, I knew the head of guidance who knew my parents. I told Mr. Bowman, "I want to keep my baby. I don't want to get married. He's not ready to settle down, and besides, he's 10 years older than me." A week later, I moved to Oklahoma City to live with my sister Barbara, and I had my daughter on May 25, 1967. Afterwards, my parents told me, "We'll raise Jo as our own and give her back when you have a job for exactly a year." My first job was as a secretary for Mobil Oil Company. Gosh, I couldn't believe what we lived on back then. Early in my career, I learned it's not what you know, but who you know, which helps you get a job with better pay and benefits. No matter what positions I've held, I excelled in all my jobs, and I met and worked with lots of Native professionals over the years. I also like to follow through on good opportunities because sometimes they are spirit-led. It was especially important because I was a mother and grandmother, raising my babies far away from my native homeland. In 1988, I remember reading the Rocky Mountain newspaper about a young Native man on the Denver Powwow Committee who was asked, "What purpose does the drum serve?" He replied, "They don't mean anything, it's just a bunch of chanting." It upset me because it was so wrong. In that moment, I decided to volunteer for the Denver March Powwow Committee. 2 years later, I was fortunate enough to be able to take all my leadership and managerial skills to benefit the organization, like designing the powwow tabulation system, helping with 2 exhibits at the National Museum of the American Indian and the Library of Congress. I have been the executive director of the Denver March Powwow for 27 years. I have a strong and supportive board of directors who are tribally enrolled and know and practice their traditions. I have never promoted myself, but only the event at the Denver Coliseum, where I have spent many long hours each year. Lately, when I am contacted about another reward or recognition, I always feel a mixture of emotions and wonder to myself, how did this happen to a girl from Mandaree?
You know, we're blessed to have a lot of great events here in town, but this is a very special one. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome and congratulations to Grace B. Gillette.
Noah, my name is SwaHuux. I'm the youngest daughter of SwaHuux and nDigiStory of the SwaHuux people. And I would like to thank the Visit Denver Foundation for bestowing this honor upon me. One of the things that I noticed when I was gathering pictures for the video was that I was never alone. And I'm really fortunate tonight that the sisters you saw pictured with me were able to come from North Dakota and Oklahoma to share this night with me. My sisters Florence, Aurelia, and Barbara. And I also have adopted sisters that are here, Pat Reynolds, Sandra Fox, and Denise Lashmadier, and my whole cheering section over there. And I knew I was going to forget to do this, but as our Arikara customs dictate, I need to excuse myself for standing here in front of my elders and speaking, because you are so much wiser than I am. And I have really enjoyed my job. In fact, we started our event tonight with the ground blessing ceremony. And I'm just overwhelmed. I kept thinking, is this really real? Did they really offer this to me? And it is. And I really enjoyed that video. And I would like to thank everyone for coming here and being generous to help these students with their education. And if I've forgotten to acknowledge anyone, I apologize. Thank you so much. For me, elder well-being is not only about being financially independent, but by being balanced and whole in all aspects of my life. For me, there are two keys to being well: staying productive, not busy, but productive, and learning something new. I remember how my Aunt Vangie Pipestem used to call her Dentalian shell cape Stigs, or little bird. I guess when Grandma gave it to her, she was like a little bird who was always flapping her little wings around. Auntie's cape is in our family now, and we wear it into many circles, including at presentations outside the Native community. It has become our blessing and our strength because it has been worn by 7 generations. Like Stigs, I do not have any plans on retiring anytime soon. I want to continue on, not only in my professional life or in the powwow arena, but in our ceremonial ways. And one day, when I am gone, I want my spirit and legacy to carry on through my children and grandchildren.